Yes, good evening. And once again, it's been a while, but we are here. Then saying commitment and adults, pay attention to other things as well. But no, we just try as much as we can to engage. So it's Friday, and as usual, we need to get interactive. And thank you very much for being here. It's been a while, yes, but very soon everything will be over, and you'll time, and we'll be meeting on a regular basis. So I see those of you online. Thank you very much. And like I've been telling you always, whenever you see we are online like this, take a minute, just copy the link, share. Because we could do middle na a month for as a one notifier because of the pressure that sometimes me post to say we'll be doing a live program or not. So it just come like this. You just have to pardon me. Straight Lord Rasta, I see you. Thank you very much. Aziz Michael, thank you very much, my brother, for being here. Williams Ajiman, I see, is it Obapa Fianaki? Thank you very much. Aziz Togwe Prosper, Nana Adubuahin, thank you very much. And I also see Michael Ajiman, yes, and Ohema, and a lot. Thank you. I was a bad a sign continue. I'm unable to read, but we're going to have a conversation a short while, and there has been a lot of development across over the week and the past week now. We will be talking about the Electoral Commission going into the 2024 elections. There are some development. I think is preparing the grounds for electoral violence. And take care, and we need to just look at these issues and address them once and for all. And then several other developments, you know them. Youth of this particular country always have been complaining about so at this point, what are we supposed to do? That is the big question, because we can't always be sitting down and be nagging. Because problem now, what we perceive to be a problem cause this systemic failure contribute to massively to it. So say you be very rational. Now you make it wise political choices. Trust me. Yeah, nkasa with that, we can reset the system to the natural settings. So that is what we'll be discussing. But yen to me nkoma bra, yen pay attention to what happened yesterday in Kumasi with the Black Stars of Ghana. The performance was not good, yes, but we won. That is the most important in Ghana qualifying to the World Cup, to the Nations Cup, Cote d'Ivoire. There be a comfort, but my major concern with the fact we don't pay much attention to talent on the ground. I've been with her. Through her, we will be looking for Ghanaians abroad or they've been able to discover themselves talent, playing at the highest level. They are the very people we fancy going around, bringing them together to come and play for our Black Stars. We've seen the story. But why can't we as a country make it a conscious effort? We know very well as a talent, now you pay attention to a local football. Now you engage in talent hunt for young and up and coming young guys and more talent in more could do where they are. Because Inaki and those other guys, they went through a lot of sacrifice. Or more parents and as for went through a lot. So it means for success you need to commit a lot to it. With our national team, we don't care about say they be what to top and they but how they get to the top, we don't care. So my major way I'm meka about the Black Stars, and they say as people, let us see the need. Say ye local football now to zoom for quite some time now. Ye has near Kotoko, Diana and Co. The contribution over the years of my making to what we do here, but unfortunately, football no assessment. It's pure business. those are the FA and those are other places in business as usual for them, and they don't care about talent now. And it's over follow Ghana football quite recently. You see, say local football no abaya adibi has of folk ne kotoko timi ball our cross posted ye be free gate for people to come. The president himself was there. The stadium was still empty. It tells you say something is actually missing, and me blame on the quality of football. I will chroma because nobody is investing. The state is not investing. The government is not paying attention to football development, and it is always about putting team together in the Black Stars. Na yankwana yankwa shisikana yamra. A drew tournament. Let us do as much as we can to look for players, and hunting for players to go at play at the World Cup and the African Nations Cup. There is easy, but to invest and ensure, say, we're able to bring talent on air talent here. I able to me abo mama so ma could do the highest level. No, we are not interested in that. Into your football, no, so what follow? Yeah, quite a nimnuna football no perform, because I can boldly tell you, say, football in Ghana in 1990, football in Ghana 1995 up to 2000, it's far better than football today. Even though those times, we couldn't qualify to the World Cup, but football was something and yet me prouder. But unfortunately, at this point in time, I can't just say there are no minnows in African football. Countries and I say about football like Mali, Nigeria, and as a former say Sabin and Pino Mokano, and they all become competitive force to reckon with in terms of football. Youth tournament BNO Ghana in the last 5 years in the Yen Mali for Shia Yetiminya by Bijina. The same thing applies to Togo and Burkina Faso. All of them I see the need, because this country what they are doing differently. They say they are setting up academies. Academy like a school, you train a man for football, because see the football economy and is very huge. We invest as a country, definitely you reap dividend out of it. We are not interested in investing. Those who have gone into it with the teams, for government and the FA to look into it and support them, they are not. Enti Kotokone has a traditional team. I will for so man in some go, then the teams will be going down. Players kakra no be free mabano, then na ya ton no moko. So the football industry that is meant to produce your friends talent from Kromha, and then it has some boy league na some carbon ten no ni na boa the economy, we are not doing that. Until we play a one kasa struggle now or get it to the top there, then they will come looking for you. We have boy from Brekum, aya Afenejan. If they tell you his story how he got out there, it's quite interesting, but Oko drew top one, Yakopochino. But there are several Afenajans hiding in Tamale, some in Techiman, some in Brekum, some in Drobo, some in your friend is saying Oko Central region, some in Volta, Pandon. You find them all over the place. But why can't we set up a system that will recognize this talent and provide them the platform so that we can grow them with their talent? Abedi peloton ya po hwan nyina free stars in a bio. They were from here. Somebody identified them, they were discovered. And the rest is history. So a GFA is not interested, the government is not interested. The two are always in cahoot. How they can rape the system, how to use this whole tournament to make money. That is all that they are interested in. That comes back to the kind of leadership we have here. It is never about taking care of anybody. I was telling somebody, say, if you sit somewhere and you think somebody is in politics and the idea is to ensure, say, the poor will become self-sufficient, the poor will appreciate in terms of economic way. You're only fooling yourself. People come cater for themselves and the few family around them, and that is it. Because politics in our part of the world, it's all about being in control. So take away people's economic freedom, enslave them, impoverish them, and forever and ever they will remain in servitude. Whenever you tell them, say, you wait, they will do. And this particular mentality expanded across all sectors. So it is no surprise in say play out in football. Even if you go to the teams in the football, the actors on the field of play, look at their they don't even benefit. But these are guys with a craft or the talent. Elsewhere, once you have the talent, you are the uttermost beneficiary. Like Messi, for instance, the biggest talent football has ever and Ronaldo they are the major beneficiaries of their own talent and some other persons in institutions when you're secondary. But it doesn't matter where you appear. A man for more care when they will feed fat at your expense. Because we enjoy taking people for granted. We enjoy enslaving people. We enjoy lording over people. So even if you have the talent, damn with your talent. With such mentality and such appreciation, we can never get anywhere. So maka football no there are a lot of talent in our schools, and inter schools require Milo games and those things. The amount of money the tournament in as we go and waste them. We know the Blaster team trying to bring people from places to put teams together, because national team enters a club football. Even it doesn't matter how good those players are. The time for them to get together, gel, get to know each other, and to be playing like a team, you will not get it. So the best thing to do is you build a local component. The consistency will be there. So when it gets to tournament, and I say a bit of blend or more, and I'm someone more already forming a team, but you can't just achieve that. You need to invest and ensure the league become very competitive, because the very moment the league be competitive, it boosts economic activities in this particular country as well. For the economy to grow. If you don't see all these things and you think football in a part of the world, local league, is trash and has to be treated as such, we will never. Your friends saying yentimi nko ba bia enti say we had the last few tournament I call in recent years ni nyina ya kwa igugu ni ma support na yaba. You can check from the last AFCON I call Egypt. Siama led the delegation yaba na yaba kwashi yesika na mfaro na so kodi sanse munu no ba krom ha no. Subsequent one I call and okra the your performance I'm say yem perform sa badly sada. Ya ba yam fansu nyansa yan tu ya hofo ene yasanse sa ye ho egu kam call ya fa ne san tournament Qatar World Cup kogu ye ni ma se na yasan ba ye. Our football is not getting better. Ya proud ya ho with the history of the past, relishing those achievements, but presently I am telling you, sir, countries are making a significant investment in football. You need to invest before you can realize any gain. If you go to Cote d'Ivoire, almost setting up academies, these academies, the players from there, they go straight to Europe. That is what Burkina Faso is doing differently. The same thing, Mali and other those countries now, otherwise, football, that is what they are doing, and they are out there making a significant impact. Yes, our national team, you might think that, but the Mali, about 20 years ago, in terms of football, the Burkina Faso, in terms of football in about 20 years ago, that is not the same Burkina Faso. And Ghana, and so no yet in the past, we are rather retrogressing. Take away the fact that we've been going to the World Cup, meaning the kind of significant impact we could make at the World Cup, except the last one I call then after that the team disintegrate here. We've not been able to build a team because we don't have a backbone. Our local league, a mess. So say it me be free. Now you move from here. I think we can make significant gain, because yes, it's true, leadership are rotten at all levels, and significantly has to do with the kind of mentality among for a pursue leadership. On our part of the world, it has never been in service, or it is about this entitlement mentality. So the person yesterday might be an ordinary person, an average person who listens to advice and so forth. But the very moment Nipano appreciate it in terms of a role, now your money position, suddenly the person thinks he's better than everybody. Kenyans are people otherwise no more have a discussion, listen to their concerns and input. Those things nil. So they assume a very dangerous pace of taking reckless and irresponsible decisions at the end of the day, a benefit of one kasa, but not the majority of the people. Ndinke ba ne sen, and then kakroma talent are abound. But you make any effort to realize them. Look at the amount of money we throw away. With quite recently, former minister Yobai also see astroturf around the country. So visited sites and be now ko hende mo yes you are the conclusion you make is baby as akwan will be a yanko channel na yamfa no prison. So okay baby o mo sisi sa money be see here now her size of those particular thing na baby sisi now head amount of the quantum e kom now wonam now ko brekum now ko have stadium e wo ho now share the state of affairs football clubs and other teams. Now he said these monies could have one way or the other be infused into some of these clubs. Sabayanka or Metimi Ejina ye. Yeah, they are private teams and individual teams in the for them, but still government can invest in these teams because the idea they say to get the best out of the individual talent and I won't know because Omo Kosra Thomas Partey baby offer free a call ye be and Ghana didn't some fast one. And the money he's getting from Arsenal, one way or the other, so I'm more be cry, na or coming back to the community. Na so to me, buani paba kwana mi enua. That is huge. And you know very well, you know a number of people who came up and gave a testimony about kwanya a chufa so obomo. And those stories were so inspiring. So just imagine, say, country now timia contribute abwana ya timia produce about 40 or 100 achu out there. Now even one of them cry airboy will be back in Ghana building schools and those kind of stuff. That will be huge. So football industry now Nkasa is huge. But this idea of giving to few people who feel is their entitlement, is their bona fide property, so they can just take it and do whatever that they want to do with it. I think that is what is killing us. And this whole GFA president, I'm told say if you don't own a team within the football family, you can't be GFA president. So assuming people in football don't have that particular mind to leave football, we cannot go outside. So that the manage, and you will never get the best. There's something that belongs to the state. Every single brain, biya available, biano. I see it me tap it into it to ensure say you bring the best. But unfortunately, no, that is not the case in our situation. So how can we leverage the talent in the football now to ensure say you bet me economic success? Countries have been doing it. Spain, in your country, rich biasa over the years, construction and as a foreign no more but and the football significantly high impacted on the economy. Same has to do with Brazil, and even in England, the EPL, no, it was significant impact on the English economy. You can never discount it. We can't compare ourselves to them, but our level. Ghana is one of the cathedrals when it comes to football talent and then as a forum. But nobody is investing. People are also investing. They rather go and use the platform as a springboard to maximize their profit. Or your GFA boss. Or then the players in as a phone I Tom, we were her or not in crew for. So at the end of the day, that talent now onunimo biano become a waste. Talent no nimo biano become a waste. But just imagine say has kotoko aduana and those teams sika yakotugu ewo tournament yet media ashim and has of folk ejina na so akra kumase kotoko jina na so aduana na se for apart from say their engagement was still full economic activities and it's betting retaining these players and their value, commercial value will be high. So you outside that. I know this guy can be permeating the big leagues because those times Ghanaian players me free a league in me at the highest level. But then players are more and Azerbaijan no ko Iraq and Iraq no ko way. That tells you how your fans and football quality never a free mu, and nobody is investing. They don't care. It is about money. Omo be GFA president. It's just scramble for wealth. Sika yedi tu omo for. That is all that they are interested in. Nobody is interested about now we have talent to be far. Nobody cares about anything. That is why you don't see any major policy that is aimed at looking for talent at the school level, even at the regional lines, districts, wherever. So every year, Biano, yet me put you out about 100 scouts across the country, or Bian for at least finest or 2 quality players, at least every year. The state can set up a college that is aimed at training footballers, because you see, on my BA, you look at the emerging priorities of the world and you align your priorities with those emerging priorities. So now football is a major priority at a global stage. You can't discount it. How do we align ourselves with it? You're setting up colleges, universities. As for people who go to University of Ghana, they come out and can't even find a job. If you go to the traffic now, most of them are graduated from the universities. So if that line hasn't been working as expected, can't we set up sports colleges aimed at for more football talent? It's a government grab more scholarship and let them go there. So I know that we know, say, we have a backlog of quality players. As long as a team with their La Masia, that is what they've been doing, producing talent by hunting globally. Yeah, the scout or Guyasi baby, they will take you there, grow you, and you're able to infuse your culture. You're able to trim them to kwaya person or grow in as a form. It's a whole lot. Why can't we do all these things? Because it do was a free players. I ain't been quite a bribe. Coach now offer no GOB bribe. The other will no GOB bribe. When so GOB bribe. Na say when they benefit. How can we continue to terrorize ourselves? Like you don't get it. And there's a talent in how we have the talent in abundance, but nobody will recognize it. Who do tin none in the mua no to me a copy so what they are, then they will come. Oh bebo. The question is, what did you do? Sikana ya bani yam finance akwanso na yencheni sa enwa na diamba bedruha, and leadership at the highest level is the same thing. So because leadership at the top priority is the same as that is what is being replicated at all levels. You can't even talk about it, because the one kasa the skeletons in your closet is enough for you to overlook it, to go and be looking at what somebody is doing. Then you now come to your friend saying, bring to the question the kind of leadership that we have in this country. Very terrible and very uninspiring. So who Ghana and as a Ghana is in this state, I am not sure you are damn surprised. Because garbage in, garbage out. Garbage that you put you in, that is the same garbage we are getting. The quality of men we put at leadership position, input and because you can't entrust a fool with political power and expect him to do something sensible. If you entrust a fool with a political power, what you expected and no one now, because he can't do anything different. But how do we overcome these things? As a youth, we have a role to play. Fortunately for us, Yana constitute the largest in terms of numbers, even with the voting and other stuff. You wield enormous power. So considering the enormity of your political power, how do we use it as a bargaining chip for a good deal. You realize the enormity of this power. Now you continue to act as a pawn on the chessboard of these greedy guys, all in the name of politics, because we are so emotional. We are partisan oriented, and we think say, oh, they deserve to rule. That kind of mentality, you know. Say I'm free. Now you continue to act as pawns on this chessboard. There is nothing that is in this politics for us. Absolutely nothing. Because my culture says everybody feels comfortable ruling fools. That is the most comfortable thing you can ever have as a leader. When you realize that Nipana would do almost nimyansa, they are emotional, they are partisan oriented, they don't look at the issues. It's easy to rule them because at the end of the day they are not going to judge you based on nema obetimia yet. You can do that. But unfortunately for us, that is what we are confronted with. So with this power, considering the enormity of our power, no, how can we use it to change the political paradigm? The leadership, no? How do we influence it? We can only influence it when we prove to say we are going to exercise positive discretion when it comes to decision making. That is the only way. Influencing decision, you know, you must bring something to the table. And until those are the top who say you are indeed bringing something to the table, no, they will never take you serious. So, and young one recently Kyei Innocent came to Ghana for UTAT, and he said a whole lot of nasty stuff about the Ghanaian youth. Subsequently, no, he was appointed as a minister or through vetting, and I'm not sure in any serious country you have such a character going where anywhere closer to power, let alone say you're appointing as a minister. But it is what it is. In that part of the world, he insulted everybody and still went ahead to be appointed because nobody respects anybody. And to say a person you vote in your power account na yet significant influence in power, and the way a man of things play out at the administrative level, we need to organize properly and ensure say we don't just throw out our vote, our power, just like all in the name of just party. Yes, party, but you look at issues, key issues, the individuals. Can the person be trusted? What is the person offering? What is it that is in this for me? That is the first question, because my culture says politics is never a church where you say politics, we don't die and go for anything. It is the policies, it is about the interventions, the social policies, the social interventions that is being implemented at a particular point in time. No? How beneficiary are they to your needs? Or how do you meet them? These are some of the things that must inform the kind of political choices that you make. And that is what will put the politician to sit upright and always be thinking about Nema Obetimiaye to meet your expectation and goals. Because it's a situation. Campaign because the 4 years, you know, you present a scorecard, and that scorecard will inform you where to cast your vote. But Enam say what informs us when it comes to our political choices is mainly partisan, tribal, emotions, and maybe some kind of unholy alliance that we have with certain individuals and staff, and you know, we know nyajuma. So we just throw it away just like that. And in the end, the politician will continue to see you as a fool, and they will forever take you for granted. And your problem in the last 60 and over years after independence, you know, and change systems and interventions to ensure so we bet me break free, you know, you will never get them. Never. because yankasa no yankyerɛ sɛ we are serious as people. Network.